So welcome to all the new subscribers that found this channel via the Jeff Mara podcast. Welcome, guys. We have such an incredible community here. We are the boots on the ground here, the Army of Light, even the Galactic Federation of Light Earth Division. So I've got all kinds of wonderful nicknames for this soul family here that's come together so beautifully over YouTube via the channelings of the Galactic Federation of Light and some other beings of light. So again, welcome. This is such an exciting time for everybody, and we're experiencing things that nobody's ever experienced before. We're going through what's called an ascension. The vibration of this planet is speeding up, and the vibration even of us and our consciousness, everything is energy. So if Mother Earth is speeding up, then we are also speeding up in our vibrations, and this is causing all kinds of crazy internally for ourselves, interpersonally, but also on a grand scale here for the earth itself, humanity itself. So again, here, if you're here, if you're drawn to these messages, if you are resonating with the energetic frequency that's coming through these videos and these transmissions, you are in the right place. You're a starseed, a light worker. You're here to spread your love and light in your own unique ways. And why is this so hard to do? I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out with all of you, right? It's, this whole love thing's become so cliche. We tend to just take it for granted, but truly that's what we're here to do, guys. Love and light. The Galactic Federation of Light told me this morning that they'd like to make a video. So that's super exciting. I really, I leave it up to them. I don't prompt these videos. They come to me and say, we'd like to make a video. And then I'm like, okay. So I kind of make arrangements to do this, and I sit back and I have no idea what they're going to be talking about until I sit down and the words start flowing through. So, I kind of hear their words come through when they're ready. And then eventually I kind of let go of that, and it becomes more of a stream of consciousness. So that's kind of how it works with the Galactic Federation of Light. Some of the other folks I channel, it's a little bit different. So the GFL is kind of the star of the show here for this particular YouTube channel. And I'd say too, with any channeled material, if you're new to channeling, always have your discernment. Because I think unless you are a true trance channel where you are pretty much out and you're allowing that entity to come through you, you're going to be influencing that information in some way, shape, or form, even when it comes down to just simple word choice. So always have your discernment. And if something's not resonating with you, you can leave it behind. There's all kinds of incredible channeled material out there. Since I started channeling the Galactic Federation of Light regularly here for this channel, I've tried to kind of stay more away from the channeled material. I just don't want it to inadvertently influence what I'm doing. But that being said, I love Paul Selig. He's written 8 books channeling the Melchizedek. I love Cryon. Lee Carroll has been channeling Cryon for, I think, like 20 years. You've got Abraham Hicks. So Esther Hicks channels Abraham. Game changers, guys, life changers. The stuff's incredible, what's going on here. Lee Harris does some great channeling. He channels beings that he calls the Z's. And there's a few others that work with the Galactic Federation of Light. So, have fun with this. Even the Conversations with God books by Neil Donald Walsh, they were a big part of my journey early on, even before I started channeling, just to read those books as an introduction to this whole concept of the illusion and, just who and what we are here as infinite souls of love and light on this planet, infinite in nature, doing the best we can here with whatever lessons we've chosen for this lifetime, whatever karma we are balancing out. We're helping other people with their lessons, their karma. We're having these experiences, things that we really wanted for ourselves before we came here, even though we get here and it seems ridiculous because it's so hard. I do believe that we chose kind of everything we've got going on here, and all is divine. So there you have it. I have, Seattle was great. You know, being up in Seattle, that was my second live in-person channeling event. Amazing connections with folks. Some folks from the Jeff Mara podcast showed up. So thanks guys for doing that. It was last minute for you. And you know, I'm off to Boise January 22nd, 2022, and it's going to be $22. Buy one, get one free. So for every paying guest for $22, you get to bring a free guest. So I'd love to see you. Information is going to be on my website. I'll post some information below and links to that. January 22nd, 2022. I'd love to have you. All right. Everything else going really awesome. I'm feeling a shift in the energies. My team has talked about springtime being really important in terms of a big push. We're going to have a lot more newly awakened folks kind of activating and coming online, awakening, kind of past the veil a little bit. We're opening some doors here and we're peeking in, right? What is going on here for real? So springtime, big time. I have felt for a long time that 2022 is going to just be massive. We're kind of the, you know, this headwind starting here, but then, you know, 2022 is going to blow up in terms of folks activating, awakening, figuring out that they're light workers. They've got bigger missions here on the planet than what they thought. And we're starting to crystallize kind of the knowing of who and what we are. Light workers, folks, light workers, it's important. What we're doing is important. There's nothing more important than bringing this light right now. And the GFL said many times, there is nothing worth dampening your light. So I love that. Also for new folks here, my website, shawnalfrancis.com. I have a blog post that is, it's like an affirmation that you can say about surrendering that I was just saying every day for many months. It's called I Surrender, and I channeled it from an entity by the name of Bashar. So take a look, and again, I'll post that link down below in the description here for you. That certainly helped me as kind of transitioning into this new paradigm, right? This higher vibrational paradigm. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get quiet, and we'll see what the Galactic Federation of Light would like to talk about today. Beautiful beings of light here on earth. You are the chosen ones, and you have been chosen. You have been chosen. And yet also you have raised your hand. So know that you have a higher self, an oversoul, a monad, who is helping to direct your every move here on the planet, especially those of you who have raised your hand to help with the ascension. So we do not take this lightly, this idea here that you have a very specific plan for yourself here on the planet as a light worker, as a light bringer. So we are here, our beautiful loved ones. We are here as guardians, as liaisons, as support. It is support for you and the plans that you have crafted for yourself before this incarnation. And know also that you have been working to get to this point for many lifetimes. There's been all kinds of preparation that you've done here as a soul to be here at this point and be ready for this mission of light. You've worked very hard for this. You have suffered greatly for this. So now you are here. We welcome you, just as Shawna has, to the new beginnings. The death of the old, springing forth new beginnings here, allowing the seeds that have been planted, the fires that have been ignited to grow. We are nurturing these concepts. We're nurturing this energy. We are helping you nurture yourselves loving yourselves unconditionally here, allowing yourselves to bloom naturally from the inside out. Bloom in love, bloom in light, bringing yourself forward into something different, something new that you may not have ever experienced before up to this point. How exciting is this? We are rejoicing with you at this moment. Beautiful flowers, the buds here blooming, opening up ever so slowly, carefully, as the sun nurtures you, as the air nurtures you, as the soil, the earth nurtures you. All of it energy working together in its own unique way to help you blossom and bloom and come to fruition in your own unique ways. You're a unique flower, ready to open up, ready to be of service. This means that you are looking deep within yourselves. You are focused on truth, on authenticity. You are knowing who and what you are. You're seeing through the illusion. Not only are you seeing through the illusion, you are being very comfortable with it. You are embodying what lies beyond the illusion, what lies beyond the veil, and you are taking action. So it's one thing just to see, my friends, see the veil for what it is, see the illusion for what it is. It's a whole other thing to actually take action with this knowing. If you are here as an infinite soul of love and light, balancing karma, learning lessons, creating experiences for yourself and your soul for evolution, in the name of evolution, when you truly know this, you can see it, you can feel it, and you understand it as a concept. Now, what do you do? What do you do with this information? What do you do with this knowing? You may have the tendency here to just carry on with life just as you always have. And that's going to start to feel pretty plastic. It's going to start to feel pretty superficial. It's going to start to feel even uncomfortable for you to carry on as though you do not know about who and what you are. You start to maybe allow some of these feelings, thoughts, emotions around the light, around authenticity, around truth, your sovereignty to bubble up. You might start allowing this, and it feels a little strange. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Certainly it can feel very unknown for some of you, but this doesn't last long. It doesn't last long. So you, as a singularity and as a single point of light here on the planet, sharing in this collective energetic field, this light here is igniting, this spark is growing. And the more you do the work, the more comfortable and more natural it becomes for you to be in this place. It could look very different from where you're sitting right now in the way that you carry yourselves now, the actions that you take throughout your day, the way that you believe about the world, the ways that you believe about yourself and your identity. You're stepping into something brand new here that has not yet been experienced by humanity. This is the ascension. And the most important thing that you can be doing for yourselves right now in terms of this ascension is to be taking the time to honor and nurture the growing knowing that is bubbling up from within you right now. Who and what are you, and what are you doing here? It's time to really ask these questions and be open to receive what comes forward. We are the liaison here between you and your oversoul, between you and the collective consciousness here that has chosen ascension. You are ready for this. You have been ready. In fact, you want it so badly. And you yourself as a singularity here on the planet in 3D existence, third dimensional density, may not be consciously aware of the choices that you've already made as a collective here. You're just coming to know the truth of this. You are just becoming aware of this consciously. This self-awareness is going to grow. It's going to flower. It's going to bloom. It's going to burst through this illusion. And here you stand in all your glory, knowing exactly who and what you are. Knowing exactly that everything that has been your experience up to this point has been perfect. It has been divinely orchestrated based on what you've wanted, based on what you've needed. And again, maybe it is you offering a helping hand to other souls here to help them with their evolution. You've made great sacrifices to do that for others and to be here for others. It is to be commended. So here you sit at this moment, in this one beautiful infinite moment, and you get to decide, what am I going to do with this information? Who do I choose to be from this moment forward? What do I choose to do from this moment forward? The old will really begin to feel stagnant, maybe even oppressive. The old may start to feel oppressive. So for the light worker here who's raised their hand, who has been chosen, who is chosen, who has chosen themselves to do this work, here is where you get to relax, take some deep breaths, open yourself up to receive, allow yourselves to be supported, allow yourself to be loved. What a relief to feel this deeply, to have this connection, to understand finally how all this fits together as we move forward. We're taking the leap forward together, arm in arm, steadfast, standing upright, clear and focused. Now is the time. All the hard work you've put in, all the shadow work, clearing of debris, making room for the new, unpacking the baggage, putting away the boxes, shining a light in the darkness. All of this now comes to this beautiful point where you are able to now allow this light to shine. There's nothing more important than this right now. Our beautiful loved ones. So we want to say, allow your mind to just relax. Allow your mind to quit fighting this. The ego and the intellect and the mind want to hang on to the old so desperately. The ego wants three things: comfort, predictability, and safety. And my darlings, you can have these things with the new paradigm, with the new you, based out of love and not fear. You can have those things. Your ego just doesn't know this yet. Your ego, in its protective mode here, in its way, in its own way, and being of service in its own way, may be holding you back. The mind, the strength of the mind, the power of the mind, the intellect, the critical thinking part of you that wants to really understand this and tear it apart and really analyze each and every part of this and understand it on deep levels. Know that you already understand it on a deep level, and it's not something that the mind may completely grasp at this time, but it will catch up. Your ego will catch up here. It will be okay. So here's the time where you are able to release the mind, Release your thoughts. Release the ego. Set an intention for this. Set an intention out loud for this. Bring resonance to this concept. Thank you, mind. Thank you, ego. We're going to take a bit of a break now, and we're going to let the heart come through. We're going to allow the heart here to be front and center, running the show. How scary is that for some of us? Allowing our beautiful, vulnerable hearts to be center stage and to be leading the charge here in our worlds. But truly, this is what's required as a light worker, as a starseed, as a way shower, as a beacon. It is from this place, the seat of the soul, the heart space, the authentic you here who resides, who is omnipresent, always here, the all that is, connected fully to source. Part of source, it could be no other way. You can be no other way but part of source. It is who you are, much as we are as well, sharing in this with you right now. Allow this heart of yours to be heard, to be seen. Who's the you, the ego that can love the heart just as it is? As bruised and battered as your heart may seem, what's that part of you who's able to love that heart beautifully, authentically, unconditionally? Because first, my friends, this is where you start. You start with the love of the self, authentically, deeply, unconditionally. And then you're able to offer this to others in service. And be of service in this way, just beaming love and light. It doesn't matter so much what you're doing as much as how you are showing up for this process. And as you are getting very comfortable with your heart, comfortable with love, allowing this power of your heart to shine and to lead you into the next unknown steps of your soul, the new earth, the new paradigm here. As you allow this, it becomes easier. It becomes more natural. You start to step into the flow here. You start to understand yourself in a whole new way as part of a collective energetic field here that is shared with everything. And it is beyond your family, your friends, your town, your state, your country, your earth. It's beyond this planet. It stretches out into the cosmos. And you, my darling, as a loved one here, walking this path of light, what you're doing, as Shawna stated, is so very, very important. All of the power and all of the strength lie within each and every singularity here on the planet. This is how we move mountains together. This is how the old regime of fear and negativity is toppled and love and light can shine through. It is the work that you do personally, individually. It is your choice. It is your vision. It is your light that is going to bring this planet into the next step of its evolution. So you may be feeling some pressure at this moment, and it may be feeling a little overwhelming. Please just take a few deep breaths. Allow the energy of these words to melt into your system, into your body, where each and every soul can accept this love and this frequency. It is just a choice to be ready to receive this love, to receive this light, and to be here present in this moment. We're helping you to remember who and what you are. We are working with you now, beyond the veil, beyond earth, to help ignite this spark on a grand scale. Our light combined is exponentially stronger together through the collective. Pray for help. Ask for help. Be open to receive what comes to you in terms of healing, information, affirmations. And there will soon be a time when you don't need to be vilified here. You don't need to be verified. You don't need to have any affirmations here for what you're doing. You're going to just understand and know this is true and right for you. And it's why you're here.